Hi, good day, Chris Ray, Betty King. Today, Saturday, I have assessed children working for Community Service Bureau in the West Contra Costa County. George Miller as teacher assistant, assisting teachers in preschool, Head Start student, and also I've done nurse assistant, caregiver, health checks daily, working in that field and agency. In 2016 year, sometimes I put in my notepad my students that I actually work directly with or have worked directly with so that I can remember their name during a time of being their teacher, assistant to the teacher of the class. And unfortunately, I did have social medias on my app, and they were connected to Chris Oyakalomi and Lagos, Nigeria, Africa. Some of his websites at the time, it was on a 925-848-8502 Metro telephone line number. And my children, they still have Metro. And also a 214-283-6880, which would be Helen Shanko Butler and other veteran family and Indians. Also that they, Chris Yakalami, Africa Country, could somehow or another get into and access notepads, emails, and notes, recordings, if any, maybe songs or words of music, instrument, and the email, text section. They could read and access all this information through a King's chat phone line of Africa Country and some other social medias connected to a 925-640. I'm not 100% sure, I don't remember the number of this Bookie Osagi, but it's connected to, or should or would be in 2022 year, to Dante Demetrius, my oldest son, 31 years of age, this year of July. His number is a 925-848-4175. So this 640 number, I don't remember the rest of it, should be in there. That would be a Bookie Osagi number. It's a 925 in Clayton, California. They access these informations of some of my students' names, and where I had notated there was going to be a short day, minimum day for the students to leave school on a particular day in 2016 year at maybe, I want to say, police veteran time, 1130 a.m. hour, so that the rest of us staff would continue to work our 8-hour day, 6-hour day shift, because we went to a teacher assistant, and training class afterward. Why the children did have a short day, which some may call or name minimum day. However, Bookie Osagi got this information, King's Chat and people in Africa, and they misappropriated it, misused it in a way to benefit Africa country. I've worked as a notary public for the governor, done governor subjects, um, and got like 150 credits somewhere for cosmetology, so many credits for real estate, principal and practice, and also notary. So all these subjects of the governor would be Romans 13 chapter. I got 100% on those. And anyway, I've been working with the Federation. I don't even know how old I was when I first originally started working, being a veteran daughter, police daughter. But I started very, very young, very, very early, even before, I don't even know how old I was, but I was already working on General Service Administration, GS3. I was working as an administrator of data entry input. I don't even remember the president at that time. It's 2022 year. And then I also did protective officer, and it was Region 6, I thought it was. Anyway, now we're in 2022 year. So there's been inappropriate ideas and things that these African people have done since they become an American. I went to one of the places in Oakland at the Paramount Theater where they do things once they take their history test, and their history test where they become an American or take their oath or get sworn in. And there were some things from the U.S. Embassy and maybe the United Nations where they had voiced that they know or have learned history up to date no more than the American or most of the American. And because of this mindset that they have, it's like they feel powerful over the American in the American birds. And I thought that this would be important for you to know, because we have these foreigners here that did actually do the things to become an American, and then they promised to do the American Constitution. Well, if I hear someone say they're doing their Constitution, I'm expecting them to obey the police officer. I'm expecting them to do what the police officer asked them to do, because to me, that would be obeying the land. But if you're not obeying a police officer, then you're not obeying the land as far as I'm concerned. I'm Indian tribal. My dad, he didn't raise me to be love American style. This is Worthy Shankle Sr., because my birth certificate is 246 Bridgeview Drive, because I didn't know Joseph Lee for a long time because he was hidden, secret at that time. So, long story short, if you could go into these phones of Buki Osagi, and I know that you could probably get something through my son Demetrius' phone line, 925-848-85. Wait a minute, no, that was my old number. 925-848-4175. Then you perhaps may get a Buki Osagi cell phone number that links her into Africa, China, or other places. And also in Louisiana, because they have a Christ Embassy. When they do these things in Christ Embassies, if they're still living in Africa country. My concern is that when they come into meeting American, that they don't have Americans being bribed or blackmailed or held hostage. Meaning they should be in a position that if they decide they do not want to continue to be in the Nigerian government